Hey, everybody, this is Dora. I am the program administrator from the Women's Business Center in Northern Ohio. We are located at 7000 Euclid Avenue. And what we're doing is we are kicking off National Women's Business Month, which is celebrated in October. And what we're doing is we're doing a program where we lift as we climb, right? The Women's Business Center is growing and developing, and it's all over the state of Ohio. And we help businesses in all 88 counties. But the other thing is that we're helping shine a light on all the women's businesses that are in the state of Ohio, and we're trying to help them as they grow and sustain their businesses. So, one of the ways that we are going to do that this month is we're going to do daily interviews and highlights on our social media and on our website for our business owners.
Awesome. And my name is Dena Davis. I'm with Davis Hill LLC, and I'm a volunteer on the advisory board at the Women's Business Center. And very much like Dora, I'm really passionate about anything that I can contribute to help business owners. And I usually come from the human resources angle of things, which I'm sure everybody loves, when you have to talk HR stuff. But nonetheless, that's what I'm here for. I love to be able to share the knowledge and really appreciative of this partnership with the Women's Business Center. Sure thing. So, Dora, what are we going to be doing this month? Again, we're talking about this, and we're saying we're going to be kicking this October Women in Business Month off. Like, what are we going to be doing?
So we're going to highlight the business. As I said before, I am a strong supporter of lifting as we climb, right? As we move higher, we start pulling people along with us and we bring them up and shine the spotlight on them, or as I like to call it, share the mic, right? Or even pass the mic. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on women's businesses this month. We're going to highlight some of our clients and show how they've been successful. We're going to share posts all month long. We're going to focus on their businesses, show what the products or services they offer, as well as just kind of open the door to hopefully giving them a marketing platform so they can market their business.
Absolutely. And so, one of the things that we'll be doing are sharing videos, like very similar to the one that you see here today. And that's where we'll be using an opportunity to spotlight business owners, talk about our journey, talk about those things that have been helpful for us to pivot and make those, I call them power moves like Dora has made. So, she's at my entrepreneurial aspirations. So, but again, as you think about this, again, we're going to be having a lot of information, but these videos are going to be very helpful. It's a good way for business owners to practice talking about their business, but it also is very good what? Marketing.
Absolutely, right? Right, exactly. And it gives them something to put on their websites, right? You know, there's a lot of websites that's like press, right? And a lot of people don't even understand what that means. And I've went to websites and I visited them and their press is nothing or they don't have anything. Well, this is a great for a press reel, right? They can
Right.
record this video, use it as a press reel, refer back to our website as a place where they've advertised their products and services that they offer. So I'm really excited about this month.
Yes, and the thing I'm excited about here too is with us having to go to more of digital platforms to communicate more frequently, it gives us ways to connect with each other. So, I've used a lot of technology or other types of methods to re-engage with my clients, whereas maybe it used to be a face-to-face phone call. They're not necessarily working in the office, so I had to find ways to pivot off of that. And being able to see a little bit and hear from the business owner where they're coming from, I think again it's invaluable. It helps make, I think, a really good connection.
Absolutely. I think since this has started, I've connected more with and become more engaged with businesses. First of all, through the Women's Business Center, which offers a number of programs and services that people don't know exist. And I thought that this is a great way to shine a light on the women business centers that are located all over Ohio. We have an office in Columbus, we have an office in Cincinnati that services Southern Ohio, and we also have the Columbus office, which services Mid Ohio, and then we have the office in Cleveland, which services Northern Ohio. And we're linked to a CDFI, which is a lot of people don't know. That is a lending institution that focuses on maybe those clients that cannot get traditional lending for their businesses, because we all need access to capital, right? We can't grow our business. It takes money to make money. And so what we're trying to do is get that money filtered in and get the right programs, the right resources into the community. And so this is a great way to shine a light on some of the services that we provide, some of the things that we do for our business owners, and how we help our business owners succeed and help sustain their business, because that's what we are trying to do as we move forward in the WBC.
Absolutely. And that's so critical. Like you said, you're pulling together, I like to call it the full spectrum or the wraparound services, where you're helping to make sure that you're in position to get the capital, but then you also have vehicles for them to access, which you have to have both components. And then you need a team. You need a team when you're running a business and you're starting and growing this baby. And, you have to take advantage of the expertise that you can get through those relationships that you build. And the Women's Business Center has an excellent resource of coaches, courses, information, even links to other organizations and things that, if you're growing your business or doing certifications, whatever it happens to be, they'll usually, if they don't know, they'll figure it out for you and tell you where to go.
And this is kind of in my wheelhouse. So I graduated from Case Western. So we had to build projects in which we designed maybe programming, or we design things that we've developed. And one of my things, my wheelhouse is wraparound services. I love being that resource to helping people, because I like to see their businesses flourish. So when I have went out in my own spare time, as a program administrator, you talk to me on the phone, I point you in the right direction. I might give you some advice, right? I may give you a few tidbits about running your business. But when I am driving out in the street and I see your business, or I see you at a pop-up shop, or I just so happen to go to dinner across from your location, I stop in and say, hey, I'm Dora. We talked on the phone. And I've done that with a couple of the businesses. So I really like the wraparound services, because there's this beauty in giving someone some tidbits of advice. They go and they apply those. And then it's like a proud mama watching her baby. You kind of go and you're like, hey, I love your business. So really enthusiastic and really supportive of all of our clients, and just want to be a resource out here in the community. And if, like you said, Dena, if it's something that we don't offer, what we really do try to do is we don't try and leave you just hanging with a I don't know, which is what happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
You kind of just hit these dead ends, and you're like, well, I'm looking for, well, what we try to do is we try to make sure that we find something that you can use, a service that you can use, or a resource in the community, so that you have that one-stop shopping. And if you can't shop with us, we at least say, oh, but you should head over here to
Yeah.
this resource. It can be a benefit to you. So it's one of those things. Like I tell people, even when I do, so I do appointments for funding, and I talk to them, and I do a triage, right? Hey, are you ready for funding? But we don't leave the conversation there, right? If you're not eligible for funding, we offer programs and services or resources in the community that if you're not ready, we're not saying no. We just say, not right now. Let's work on your business. Let's build it. Let's get it stronger so that you are eligible for capital, because we really want to provide that access to capital that helps the businesses sustain and grow. Because when we have great small businesses make up most of the United States economy, right? So when you have small businesses that are growing and thriving, your local area grows and thrives. And that's what I feel is really important about what I do. And I take a lot of pride in what I'm doing with the women in the community and
Absolutely.
men.
Yes, and and I love that point too, because women in the community, we play a huge role in business that sometimes is overlooked. And I actually realized this actually doing some research about the Cleveland market, and the Cleveland market has a little bit more or a higher concentration of nonprofits. than other cities of comparable size. And I started like, well, kind of what is that? Then you drive a little deeper, and you know what? Women own like 60%, 70% of these businesses. And so then you drill into that even further again, is we play such a critical role in society. So it's not just about us doing this for individual gain. A lot of us create these businesses to fill a need, to help our communities, to help build not just again our individual families, but our collective and extended families. So I appreciate, and I felt that warm camaraderie from the Women's Business Center when I first engaged. And I was kind of shocked too that again you guys went to the ends then you did to give me information, because I was in a really complicated situation to determine if I was going to go for PPP or not. And it was like I had like one question that no one could help me figure out. And through just talking with you guys, I just the conversation and talking it out, I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. And I'm like, thank you. Like, good Lord, thank you. So we appreciate your contribution, Dora. And let's just leave it out. Like, is there anything, again, any special announcements, anything we want to let people know that's coming up, and how do we get in touch with the Women's Business Center?
So we have a website, and our website is www.wbcohio.org. I tell everybody any resources, any programs that we have. You're going to see some. You're going to be able to navigate that website and find resources there. I also tell people that it's great to just go on the website and kind of just cruise around, right? And see, hey, is this something that is this a conversation that I should have, right? We may not be a fit for your business, but hey, you might have a friend that the Women's Business Center can help. And I tell people, don't get tossed up in the name of Women's Business Center. We market to women, but we do have male clients. I talk to men all the time. Some of them are our clients, and they get funding from us. They get resources from us. They participate in our programs. So we have lots of programs. We always have workshops twice a week. Typically twice a week. We have programs, different chats, workshops, programs that are coming out. We do some hybrid models. We have a couple hybrid models. We're keeping everybody safe due to COVID. Today, the day that we're recording this, we just had a headshot party where we helped people in the community get headshots. Headshots are typically very expensive, or maybe not at an affordable price point. So we tried to provide headshots at an affordable price point for our business owners. So there's all kinds of programs always going up. Right now, we are actually preparing for our Setup Shop event, and we're kicking that off with a community event on October 28th. So stay tuned for that. That's where we're opening an incubator for 10 businesses in the Cleveland area that may need a semi-permanent location. Our participants will be involved with our program, our education for a year. So we're going to take those businesses and foster them to a place of sustainability. So that's one of the things to watch out for. Stay tuned this month for all of the businesses that we're going to highlight in the Cleveland area and across Ohio, because we're not just going to limit this to Ohio. Even though I'm from Cleveland, we're not limiting this to Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to push this across the state. So just watch out for all the unique businesses and support the women and their businesses, because my goal is we're a $1.9 trillion industry per year, women's owned businesses. Let's triple that.
Yes, I'm there with you. Somebody's got to take over the world.
Right, exactly.
Why not us?
Right, exactly.
All right, Dora. Well, thank you so much for your time. Again, everything that you do, and even more so for the passion behind it. You know, it lets us know that we're in good hands. Thank you once again.
Absolutely. No problem.